Okay, this last assignment called Putting It All Together is giving you the name of the compound, the substance, and you need to figure out what it would have started with. So what would the formula be? As well as the second part is looking at proper formulas. How do you name them? So the first one we're going to look at is cesium sulfide. If I pull up a periodic table to help me, I find cesium. I see that the symbol is Cs, okay? And then fluor sulfide, that IDE tells me it's an element off the periodic table, not a polyatomic. So I'm going to take that ending off. The first part tells me it's going to be sulfur, so that's an S. So then I need to look on the periodic table. I find that cesium is a group 1 alkali metal, so that tells me it's a 1+ charge. Sulfur is in the same grouping as oxygen, and so it is a 2- charge. So then you need to crisscross your numbers, bring your symbols straight down, okay? And then I'm going to write it as Cs2S on the line. All right, so let me look at number 4, beryllium carbonate. Beryllium is Be, okay? I find that that's a group 2 element, so it's going to be a 2+. Carbonate at ATE ending tells me it's a polyatomic ion. So I'm going to look at the common polyatomic ion chart in our resource folder, and I find that carbonate is written as a CO3. That 3 tells me the number of oxygens, and it has a 2- charge. So you crisscross the numbers, 2, 2, bring your symbols down. And then because they're both 2s, I'm going to write it out as BeCO3. Okay? So that should help you with that part. You notice copper has a Roman numeral 3, even though on our common polyatomic sheet, I don't have copper listed with a Roman numeral 3. That's another type of copper, so that's a 3+ charge. Ammonium sulfate is 2 polyatomics. Ammonium is our only positive polyatomic, so that's on the same side as that cation, positive ion sheet. It's an NH4 grouping, okay? So let's look at the bottom part. So where I have the formulas, you notice I have Ca, the OH is in parentheses with the 2, and if you notice that was on the other page. I have it for you as calcium hydroxide. The second one there, CuNO3, I noticed that the Cu is a transition metal. So it's either going to be a +1, a +2, or a +3. That NO3 is a polyatomic. So I go to the common polyatomic sheet and I see that NO3 is a nitrate and it's a 1- charge. Because there are no parentheses around it, and because they're both just symbols, that tells me it's a Roman numeral 1. So I would write this as copper, Roman numeral 1, and then nitrate. You do not change the ending on a polyatomic. Okay? Then you notice you have Hg2Cl2. Hg is mercury. So I'm going to write mercury. I noticed that Cl2 has a 2 after it. That had to come from the mercury. And I noticed that the mercury has a 2, meaning it took 2 chlorines because chlorine is a 1. So we're going to call this mercury 2 chlor. And then because it's an element off the periodic table, it's going to be chloride. Okay? You should finish the rest of that and then submit your whole packet for me to grade online. Hopefully that helps you guys out.